Hey all.
Hi, this is Jessie.
Hi.
I'm Misty, and we're Internal Peace by Gaia. We've decided to put some more energy and time into my channel and let you get to know us. So here we are. We're twin flames.
We're outside right now, so you're going to hear all
Every
kinds
day
of
of the
noise in the
week.
background.
So we'll try to keep the distractions down, but and bear with us because we're kind of
We're
We're not
new.
too used to this video thing,
Yeah,
and
I have a hard
like
time in
most
front of the camera.
empaths, we're kind of introverts. So
Definitely.
So this is a new thing. But we thought we would just do an intro video and let you get to know us a little bit. She's from California. I'm from Phoenix.
We're in Mississippi.
Don't ask how we got here.
Yeah, that's a long story for both of us.
I do card readings. I do distance energy healing. She does the life coaching. And locally, I do house clearings and things like that. And I brought my oracle cards, so at the end of the video, I'll do a collective pull for everybody.
We do many healings together as well with collective energy.
We do.
We believe that all the energy you can put into a healing, all hands on board. So.
And before anybody has any questions, yes, twin flames can be same-sex couples.
Right. The other thing we wanted to address real quick is, a lot of people are confused and think that when you're into energy healing and you talk about stones and energy, it's all Satanistic, and it's not. We tap into Christ consciousness. We believe in God, and this isn't Satanistic at all. And I think it's how you use your energy. And I think people confuse it because they're just taught one thing. And I think people need to be a little bit more open and realize a different approach. There's many approaches to how spiritual you are. And we aren't going to insult anybody for their approach. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. This happens to be our approach. And there's, different people all over the place that have what they feel is their approach. And I think we need to come to a place in this world where every approach is okay as long as we're, all headed towards the same place. But this is in no way, shape, or form Satanistic, and we're so tired of having to defend that I think the defending of it needs to end.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
we are into Christ consciousness, and I just think there's a lot of confusion, and we've been taught wrong. And I think we need to open up and learn some new ways. It's a new world,
Right. Well, the bottom line is, and I like to use the analogy, it depends on it's just a tool. The cards are just a tool. Pendulum is just a tool. Sage is a tool. Crystals are a tool. So if you put let's say a weapon, it depends on whose hands it's in, what it's going to be used for. A weapon could be used to defend their family and defend people and just sit there otherwise, or could be used to, run around and kill people.
It's the same thing with
it's the
energy.
Same thing.
You can either use it for bad or good.
It depends on your intention.
Right.
So,
right.
When I do my readings, I sage the cards.
Right.
In between readings.
Right.
I sage myself. I sage the area. I ask Source to surround myself and bless the reading with the white light of the Christ consciousness, and that no negative entities may enter the reading. So I protect the entire reading.
Right. Well, we've had several conversations with people close to us because we do live in the Bible Belt, and they have been taught that this is all evil, and it's not. It's because people don't know how to set the intentions to use it correctly. And one of the conversations we had was that a relative's other half fully arms and protects himself, which we're for protection. But I'm finding the words are hard to come up with because I'm trying to be correct in how I say it, and I know how I feel, but telling somebody is a whole different story, when you try to put it out your lips than your thoughts. So, like, the conversation went something like, this particular person didn't want this relative to use sage because in the Bible it says sage is, you shouldn't be using it. Well, first of all, then I guess you shouldn't be using a gun, because sage is, a protection and a cleaning and a gun is for protection. He said that she should pick up the Bible and hold the Bible. So I said, then hand me your gun and pick up your Bible, if that's the way we're going to do it, because one's the same as the other. She just believes that the sage will clear the area of where she is of negative energies. It's not any different. So to get somebody to understand, that it's not Satanistic, and it's not any different than telling somebody to pick up a Bible instead of sage is telling somebody, well, then don't pick up a gun, pick up a Bible. And when somebody shoots their gun at you, the bullet's going to go right through the Bible unless something miraculously stops the bullet inside that Bible.
Right.
We're doing this no different than that, the approach. So you have to understand, we see it a little bit differently. And I think that if we get past what we've all been taught, you can see that the word energy, it's been taken negatively because people use it for the negative.
Right.
And just like a gun, it can be used for both. Just like a gun. You can either, use it for good or use it for bad. And that's what people really, really need to realize. It's been categorized only as a Satanistic thing, and it's not.
Right.
Just like guns aren't bad.
Right.
You can use it for good or bad.
Right.
So I think we need to use that comparison to get people to understand where we're coming from with this. When people cast a spell on you, these negative Satanistic people, it's not so much that, well, you have to believe in it in order for it to work. Let's just kind of forget that for a moment, because they believe it works. And so it's not going to hurt to counterbalance what they're trying to do with the energy and use it for good, to block the Satanistic things that they do. And then the reason why they've gotten away with it so long and it's worked for them is because we've all been taught not to use it. And I think that you need to use it as a tool to block it. It's not so much that we have to believe it. They believe it works, and if there's 20 of them casting a spell on somebody Satanistically, well, we use good Christ-conscious energy to block that spell from ever reaching the person, the body, whether it be an animal, a human, anything, because they cast spells on all kinds of things, these satanic type people. So just know our approach is through Christ consciousness, and it's more we practice blocking their energy because they use energy. And so know our approach is just to block what they're doing because they believe in it so much, and the energy exists on Earth, whether the people who study it from a religious standpoint believe in that. They think it only comes from a bad side. Energy is 369. Energy is can be used for good or bad, just like a gun. So we're approaching.
Depends on whose hands it's
yeah, and it depends on the intentions.
And let me tell you my view that differentiates good and bad, or dark and light, or as far as spirituality or magic or anything like that goes. My rule of thumb is, and not mine in particular, this is what I was taught from my mentor, that it doesn't, your intention matters, but the rule of thumb is do not change the energy around anybody being without their permission. Whether you have good intentions, there's some people do sweet jars to make somebody more, but it's not my right.
It's not your right.
And I won't do that. And so, I don't change the energy. That's why when I do my readings, I won't read for somebody under the age of 18. If I do a relationship reading, I will not read the energy of your partner. I will read your energy